Have circumstances ever gotten the best of you? Have adverse conditions thrown you off balance? Listen in to how keynote speaker Kara E. Yar-Khan embraces adversity.
I'd say the mindset that I was in was embracing the adversity that I was living with and understanding that, yes, my life is defined by this chronic illness and these physical disabilities, but I was not being defined by the attitudinal and physical barriers that I was facing on a day-to-day basis.
Very powerful.
So with the idea of going to the Grand Canyon, a place that is absolutely true wilderness, is not accessible for someone who at the time is using leg braces and a walker to get around.
Right.
My mindset is, what am I going to do to tackle these physical barriers? And it just seemed sort of obvious that I'd learn to ride a horse because they have mules that go up and down. So why couldn't a horse that grew up in the wild, like a wild Mustang, who was then why couldn't that animal get me down to the bottom? And it sort of really grew from an idea that I was telling my girlfriends in a bar one night in Atlanta, Georgia, celebrating a birthday party over cocktails, to this massive advocacy project and a documentary film. So What does that imply? Obviously, I don't want to just go and take the Instagram photo and maybe get to the bottom and come back up. And I should say, get to the bottom. We're talking like a 5,000-foot descent of steep vertical terrain, switchbacks, no rails or handrails, and you go over the edge, you die. But the risk that was involved, our contingency plans were probably as limited as to what we could imagine the risk being. We did prepare. We brought well-trained wild Mustangs from Utah. We hired one of the most experienced film crews in the Grand Canyon with over 15 years experience of not only filming in that environment, but all have CPR backgrounds or professional adventure styles. And, my riding instructor came along really as a safety guide. So, we thought we prepared as well as we could. Oh, and a rafting crew. Again, one day doesn't cut it. Why not 12 days? 4 days riding a wild Mustang down a 5,000-foot descent, crossing the Grand Canyon from rim to rim on horseback, and then rafting 150 miles of the Colorado River for another beautiful scenic way to experience that natural wonder in all of its glory.
And I just want to interject here, and you can say it better than me, but basically you can't walk. You're rendered not mobile.
Well, without assistance, absolutely. And there were very few places actually where I could even use my walker and not have the additional assistance of two people on each side because it isn't accessible. And I should say, I really hope it doesn't change and that it needs to keep its raw natural state. We're talking about parts of the Grand Canyon rock that are over 1 billion years old. I mean, history is in that place is phenomenal. And the connections that it has to different Native groups around the country. There's a lot there to be preserved. But for sure, I needed assistance with absolutely everything. Talk about really humbling for someone who's a total control freak, fiercely independent woman. But that submission of saying, I need help and receiving it, grace, really, I think is what made the journey so powerful, not only for myself, but for the rest of the crew who were there, who were able to witness this ongoing daily struggle. But in that struggle, there was so much joy, despite the black eyes and the huge bump and the sprained ankles and a very serious boat accident with one of our crew, the trip was really pure joy.